Well, hello. I've located all the notes that Yob lost when he arrived in the soul card. I should return them to him when I get the chance. Yeah, but first I will take a look and read them, see what they're all about. Jub's Opus, page 1. I am a hunter. I am a redeemer. I am Gia. The tale of my rise to glory begins in the ash wastes of Morrowind. I rode along, weapon at my side, and the burning wind stinging my face. My quest was arduous but necessary to ensure the survival of the Dunmer people. A pestilence was creeping across the ashlands. Number 2. A menace with an insatiable hunger plagued innocent travelers simply trying to get home. It was my self-sworn task to hunt them down one by one and drive them from the skies. Their fury knew no bounds, and their war cry resonated across the land. They were the notorious cliff racers, and they had to be destroyed. On a particular hot day during sun's height, I was tracking what I called a lingerer, a cliff racer without a nest. He was a particular feisty one too, leading me on a merry chase across almost 3 miles of ash dunes. I had managed to take a piece out of one of his wings in an earlier scuffle, so he couldn't maintain much of a climb. But he still had quite a bit of stamina left, and he was trying to make me tire of the chase. Almost 2 solid hours passed, and my silt strider was tiring, but I couldn't give up. I had sworn to eliminate the foul beast to the last, and I wasn't about to let it go. If I was going to stop the thing, I'd have to do it fast. I pulled my longbow from my back and knocked my last arrow. I took a deep breath and pulled, trying to keep the cliff racer in my sights. It was literally a long shot, with the beast gaining distance, and the silt strider bouncing me around at full gallop. Finally, with a silent prayer, I released the string. The arrow sang through the air like a howling demon as it sliced its way towards its target. Finally, just as it crested the lip of a foyada, the arrow struck it in the midsection. It let out a horrible cry and fell out of sight. My cries of triumph were quickly stifled by the sound of over 100 wings. Rising from the foyada was an entire colony of cliff racers, and they were out for blood. The blasted thing had led me right to their nest and sacrificed itself with the intent of feeding me to its brood. It was a trap. The damn things had become much too clever. Knowing this was likely the end, I jumped down from the silt strider and hit the back of its leg with the flat of my glass blade. There was no need for the innocent thing to die here today because of my stupidity. As the ash cloud cleared from being stirred up by its massive legs, the cliff racer broad approached. I held my sword high and prepared for the worst. The battle lasted 2 full days. I was beaten, clawed, bitten, and knocked down more times than I cared to remember. In the end, 76 cliff racers were slaughtered. I was knee-deep in their corpses, and my body on the verge of collapse. But I had survived. I smiled to the heavens, and all went black. When I awoke, all I felt was my back on a cold stone floor. Every muscle in my body was on fire, and my vision was blurred. Slowly, I tried to climb to my feet. It took several agonizing minutes, but I finally managed to do it. As my eyes adjusted to the dim light, of my new surroundings, I realized that I was standing before Lord Vivek himself. He was simply staring at me, floating above his throne and staring at me with his piercing eyes. When I began to prostrate myself as a sign of respect, he held up one of his hands, as if to say it wasn't necessary. Was I dead? Was Lord Vivek pleased with me? Was he numbered? Was he about to strike me down in anger for my somewhat sordid past? Suddenly I understood everything. Suddenly I realized that I was brought here for a reason. I should have died in those ash wastes. But Lord Vivek must have seen something inside me that he hadn't seen in millennia, and decided to spare me from my fate. Thus began my ascent to sainthood. Thus began the rise of Diab. Well, we're gonna go find Diab. Nice. So we're gonna go return the skull and there's 10 pages of stuff. A job.
You did it. You have all of my pages.
Here's all your pages.
Finally. I never thought I'd see these again. These pages meant the world to me. Thank you.
No problem. So now what?
Now, Volume 2 begins. What else?
I'll be off then.
Oh, wait a moment. Here, I want you to have these before you go. A pristine copy of my first volume. Only one in print, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Take this as well. Seeing as St. Jib has ascended to pure spiritual form, I won't need it any longer.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Okay, hold on.
I miss my homeland, but I can't say that I miss all the noise.
I don't suppose there's a way to free you?
Considering the state I'm in, I'd say that option vanished a long time ago. Besides, this isn't so bad when you think about it.
How so?
This is the most peace and quiet I've had in a lifetime. There's no one around to disturb me and distract me from my writing. Present company accepted, of course.
What will you do now?
Now that the first volume's complete, there's not much left to do but begin work on the second. There are plenty of other adventures I've had over the years, but you'll just have to read my next work to find out.
Okay, take care.
Now, where was I?
I don't know. There you go.
The
You
sooner we
ready?
get out of this place, the better.
Alright, let's just go take this
Going
helmet.
to visit this lost soul again.
Let's just take a look. Wow. Look at that. Where's this guy's helmet? Oh, there it is. Hey, you.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Thank you. Here we go. You ready? Get on. We are off. Where is that? To kill the boneyard keepers.